Oil prices are spiking. Every gas station, airline, and trucking company will feel this. No oil tankers are going through the Strait of Hormuz near Iran. That's where the country ships its oil, natural gas, and chemical fertilizers to the outside world. Now, Iran didn't technically shut down the strait, but tankers and shippers are avoiding it due to the missiles flying and they can't get insurance. Also, global defense stocks were higher today amid fears of an expanding Middle East conflict. Defense companies have already posted big gains over the past few years as governments have hiked defense spending. Well, for workers across all sectors, hiring has slowed. 1 in 4 jobless workers is considered long-term unemployed, meaning they've been looking for work for more than 27 weeks. That's the highest rate since the pandemic. And also something more positive, free pancakes. IHOP is once again declaring the first Tuesday of March as its own National Pancake Day. So it means you can get a free short stack of pancakes tomorrow at participating restaurants in the U.S. The breakfast chain began the promotion as a way to raise money for Feeding America. SpaceX is targeting filing confidentially for an initial public offering as soon as this month. The company expects to file the paperwork, and that would put it on track for a June initial public offering. SpaceX could be valued at $1.75 trillion, which would make it the largest IPO in history. Well, meantime, the fallout of the joint U.S.-Israeli attack on Iran led to the highest ever activity on X. That's according to owner Elon Musk. Footage of airstrikes both against Iran and Iran's retaliatory strikes against neighboring countries spread across social media like wildfire on Saturday and Sunday. X had previously set its highest usage record on July 15, 2024, recording 417 billion global user seconds, but no official number for the February 28th date has been released yet. Anthropic's Claude hit #1 on Apple's top 3 apps list after the Pentagon rejection. ChatGPT was #2, Google's Gemini #4. The rise in popularity suggests that Anthropic is benefiting from its presence in the news headlines. And Apple launching new hardware this week, starting today, and rumors indicate several new products are coming. The iPhone 17e will replace the 16e. It's expected to start at the same $599 price, but with key upgrades like a more powerful chip. New MacBooks and iPads are also expected to be released this week. Oil prices are higher, in fact, by as much as 8% overnight. They hit a 4-year high as Iran is a major exporter of oil, and the attacks could limit supply. OPEC said on Sunday they will add 206 barrels a day in April and closely monitor and assess market conditions. Well, food prices are expected to rise in 2026, with certain groceries particularly affected. The USDA says the grocery items that will likely go up the most this year are sugar and sweets. Prices for these groceries have been increasing by 1% from December 2025 to January 26, and were almost 6% higher year over year, with candy and chewing gum experiencing the largest price hikes. Well, U.S. wine exports to Canada fell by 76% in 2025, contributing to a $428 million loss for the industry. Canadian provinces and territories pulled U.S. wine and spirits from store shelves in response to President Trump's tariffs on Canadian goods. In 2024, Canada was the largest single nation market for U.S. packaged imports, according to BMO. And new federal work requirements for SNAP benefits started Sunday. SNAP benefit recipients now must work a minimum of 20 hours a week or participate in approved activities such as job readiness programs, volunteering, or job searching. Another significant change is that veterans, youth who have aged out of foster care, and individuals experiencing homelessness are no longer exempt from the work requirements. A study led by McMaster University and published in the Canadian Journal of Psychiatry has shown that increasing cannabis use and worsening mental health symptoms are appearing together more and more often. Researchers analyzed the mental health outcomes and marijuana use of more than 35,000 Canadians, 15 and older, over the course of a decade. And they found that the number of people who reported generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive episode nearly doubled. Meanwhile, suicidal thoughts increased 44% in youths. While numerous additional benefits of GLP-1 weight loss drugs like Ozempic continue to be discovered, from improving cardiovascular health to potentially preventing dementia and lowering the risk of depression. Now, add one more benefit to the list thanks to new research. They also found there has an unexpected solution in treating migraines that could lead to fewer emergency room visits. And nearly 3/4 of women do not know that menopause can trigger a new mental illness. According to new polling, this lack of understanding is so acute that the Royal College of Psychiatrists has launched a targeted position statement to raise awareness about it. A YouGov poll commissioned by the college, which represents more than 20,000 psychiatrists, found only 28% of women know that a mental illness can be associated with menopause. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Here's to your health.